I feel inspired to talk about judgment. The word judgment, what it represents, judgment of self, judgment of others. Over the years, I came to the conclusion that the only one who is judging is me, my personality, my persona, or people judging each other. I cannot comprehend or believe that God, the universe, our higher self, judges. There is no judgment from higher self, from source, from love. There's no judgment. Even when I think about the animal world, I cannot believe that animals judge. It's just pure living. It's just pure in the moment living. So that brings about some interesting conclusions, doesn't it, in terms of who is the one who's judging and why? Because judgment is a fabrication of humans. And in my case, I'll own it in terms of myself. I judge myself. I'm the only one that judges myself. And even if others judge me, it really doesn't matter at all, because their judgment is purely a reflection of them. It's got nothing to do with me. So judgment, it's fascinating, isn't it? Because I have been my harshest self-critic, my harshest judge. And why? I know that it's been as a result of something I've learned when I was very young, and I perpetuated along the way. I have feared it along the way. I have continued that self-judgment process, and of course got into patterns of judging others, judging the environment, judging everything, or so much that either, well, primarily doesn't feel good. So I'll label something one way as good and another way as bad, and of course it's the bad that I judge. So it's something to really look at, in my opinion, how we judge ourselves and how we judge the world, because that judgment, what we focus on, expands, so that judgment, that feeling behind judgment, expands. When we think about being judged, it's not a good feeling, is it? So many of us are worried about judgment from the outer world, but we don't pay attention to the self-judgment and how awful that is, and how self-perpetuating that is, and how that creates energy within, how it creates illnesses within. It manifests in our material world in terms of things not working out, that we are unworthy of love. So many different, well, whatever your specific judgment is, it increases and it's manifest in the material world, in the inner world, first of all in the world of energy, because we are energy, so it builds energy. Judgment builds energy. So I think it's really important to ask oneself, the question is, who is judging who? Is God judging us? Of course, certain religions will tell you that if you don't behave a certain way, that you are being judged by God. This could not be further from the truth. As a matter of fact, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's a preposterous notion. It's something that's meant to control people. So, that aside, the only one who judges is us or other humans. And it's good to go into the heart of that judgment. What I do is right. So if I'm feeling judgment arising, I will write down my judgment and I have a look at it and ask myself, is that really true, what I'm judging? And every single time, bar none, it's not true. I mean, even if I may not do something that I promise I'm doing, or what I believe to be faltering in any way, so what? in the realization of that, get back on track, get back on in heart, and continue on and act accordingly or think accordingly. Change the judgment patterns towards something else instead of judgment. If we're judging the outside world, know that that situation, or there's a teaching in there. When we're judging ourselves, there's a teaching in there as well. There's so much teaching going on everywhere. So I could go on and on and on about judgment. Books have been written about it, but it's something to pay attention to, because the only one who judges is you, is me, or other people. And knowing that, is that valid? Is that valid? Is that something to pay attention to? I think when we do judge, it is something to pay attention to. Not that the judgment is valid, but that we are judging. And there's lessons in the judgment. The lesson is not that which we are judging about, the specifics of that. The lesson is why we are doing that, and it's often coming from fear. So it's really something to delve into and explore further. Thanks for listening.